What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone had a blessed and prosperous day today. Listen, I don't want to hold you long, but I want to share something that was on my heart. And every day I try to seek something out to be able to share with somebody, to help somebody, to push them a little further in life. But listen, I want to talk about something that many of us can relate. Some of us may have not had to do this at some point, but I believe if you keep living, you will have to end up doing this, what I'm about to talk about. I want to title this message tonight, learning how to respectfully release people and their situations. Learning how to respectfully release people and their situations. And now I'm just coming from my perspective because I've had to release people out of my life at some point. I also had to release certain people's situation out of my life. I want to deal with the point of releasing people. Now, you have to be very careful because at some point, all of us and some of us are still a hot mess. If to be honest, all of us are still a hot mess, but some of us are much better than we were yesterday. And so none of us are perfect. None of us have arrived. None of us are not better than the other person. But there are certain people in life that got so much drama, that has so much confusion and frustration, and always uh, got something going on all the time. And it seems like there is no peace in sight in their lives. Some of these people can become very dangerous. Some of these people can become very detrimental to you losing the things that you have accumulated in your life, your family, your job, or whatever it is. Some people are just they are dangerous to be around. Some people are just so toxic. And so I want to say that if a person is causing you about to lose your family, about to lose your job, something that is to that extent, that person has to be released because now you are messing with something that is dear to my heart or to your heart, something that God has blessed you with. And these people that you love so much, or you have a relationship with, you don't want anything to drive you away from the things that God has blessed you with. But the thing is that you don't want to be so quick without a legitimate reason to release people, because if the truth be told, God had every reason to release us because of the sin and the foolishness that we have had in our lives. And some of us and all of us still got some foolishness going on of some sort. So I wouldn't say be so quick to release people without some serious, legitimate reasons. But when it comes to their situation, listen, when it comes to people's situation, I made it up in my mind, y'all, that I'm not going to fight harder for you than you fight for yourself. I'm not going to fight harder for you than you fight for yourself. You got to make an effort to be able to fight for you, fight for that, whatever situation you're in. You may be in a bad marriage. You may be in a job. You may be going through some issues on your job. You may be going through some serious issues at your church. That may be something that has to do with leadership or your pastor or whatever it is. And you cannot continue to be in these toxic places and be around these toxic people. And then you keep running to certain people telling them about your situation without having a plan of action in mind on how to get out of the situation. I realize that some people don't want to get out of the situation. They feel more comfortable with complaining all the time about their situation. But I'm here to tell you tonight that you have to make a conscious decision yourself. If you are the person that you've been dealing with these types of people in your life that keeps bringing this toxic mess to you, and they are not trying to do anything to better their situation. It's like they every day or every other day, they're calling you on the phone with some mess. They're dropping mess off in your lap, and they are not saying anything about, hey, I'm praying about it. I'm seeking counseling from my pastor, or I'm getting some type of secular therapy or something that will help them with their situation. Listen, I don't want to be around nobody in this season that is not trying to fight for themselves. Listen, one thing about God, God is a God of love. God is a God that he's very compassionate. He's a God that is full of grace and mercy. But let me tell you, man, God has given us a responsibility to not do certain things or to allow certain things to take us down. Yeah, we have common sense, but God has also given us wisdom. He's given us wisdom on what to do and what not to do, what to say and what not to say. So my thing is that everybody get tired at some point. You just cannot keep going to dump trash on people, and you're not trying to seek help for yourself to get out of this situation. And what happens is that when you make up in your mind to respectfully release people and release folks situations, people are gonna get mad at you. They're gonna say you ain't saved like you say you saved. You ain't the person that everybody thought you was, because some people are only satisfied when they can keep doing you any kind of way they want to do you. And I'm here to tell somebody tonight, hey, this may be a time where it's time for you to release people's situation respectfully. To release people respectfully. If it gets to that point, if it's that bad, you may have to release the whole thing altogether. But when it comes to the situation at hand, you have preached, you have given that person scriptures, you have given them wise counsel, you have given them different scenarios that what you was in and how you dealt with the situation, how you came out of the situation, and they still in the same rut every year. You talking about I'm coming out, but you're still in. You're talking about this is my year. But when it comes around and it's getting late down into the year, you feel like you miss God. No, you didn't miss God. You have not yet gotten to a point to where you have to begin to start releasing people, situations, and releasing people respectfully. Now, again, I say by all means, don't just release people because you done got tired of their situation. And so you're getting their situation mixed up with the person. Because I'm telling you, God deals with us every day in our foolishness. And it's not good to be so adamant about just cutting people off. And I learned that in church, man, people good at cutting you off. A lot of people in church, they'll cut you off just like that. But it's not so much of the person. It is the person's situation that they're in. And some people just don't know how to come out. But then when you have went to every Tom, Dick, and Harry for advice about something, and then you just continue to lie in that situation without putting any forth of effort to do better, that's a problem. Again, I don't care who you are. Everybody get tired. Some people will start hiding from you. Some people see you coming. They're going in the other direction because they know that you're going to come with the same script. It's time out for this. And I'm telling somebody under the sound of my voice, it is time to learn how to respectfully release people's situations. And some people you're going to have to release in this season. If you want some peace, because you got your own problems. You got things that you're fighting with, things that you're dealing with within yourself. And you got families, you got jobs, you got things that you're dealing with. And you don't have time for any excess mess. Listen, one of the things that we continue to keep missing is that we're too busy trying to preach to people and give folks all the advice, but we're praying very little. Paul said, pray without ceasing. That's pray without ceasing. That's continually to stay in prayer, not only just for yourself and your family, but pray for your family, pray for your friends, your church family, pray for this country, pray and constantly stay on your knees and pray about people and take that situation, what they keep dropping in your lap, and respectfully release them. If you get to that point, You may have to respectfully release them and take their situation and place it in the hands of the Lord. I remember in Matthew, and I think it's in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 10, Jesus told the disciples when he was preparing them to send them out in twos. One of the statements that he made, he said, if the people don't receive you, he said, shake the dust off of your feet. Shake the dust off of your feet. The thing is that he's not saying to not love those people, but the thing is that if they don't receive what you have for them, then you have to shake the dust and go in the other direction. And it doesn't mean that you don't love them. It's just the fact that you can be dealing with people so long to the point to where God has other people assigned for you to be able to minister to, but you cannot get to those people, or those people can get to you, because the same old person continue to keep on bringing the same old mess to you. Don't continue to keep abusing yourself. Listen, it may be time. If you ran up on this video, it may be time for you to learn how to respectfully release people in their situations, or the whole situation altogether. Listen, that's all I have right now. So if you like this video, subscribe. If you got something you want to say, leave them in the comments. Let me know if it blessed you, or if you have any comments, something that you would like to say or like to add, please do. Again, I'm glad that everybody that tuned in tonight on this video. God bless all of you in Jesus' name.